Hey, Matt Matherson here with Math Madness. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, today's episode is going to be on your favorite word problems. However, there is a caveat. This is going to be really sweet since we are going to be discussing candy. What else? So let's get to the problem and see how sweet this answer can be. Here we go. Let's see what we're looking at. Well, first of all, let me grab my right marker. That would probably be a good start. All right, so we're dealing with big O bag o candy. I don't know if this is an Irish business or if it's, I have no idea, but I like the name, so let's just go with it. Well, in this big O bag o candy, we've got 20% that are yellow. We've got 18% that are red, and it says that we picked out 100 yellow bites of candy out of this big O bag o candy. The question for us is, how many are red? Well, the problem with word problems, get that, try to say that really fast, the problem with word problems. One of the issues with word problems is sometimes it's not really clear what they're asking for. Now, in our case, it is. How many are red? That's pretty straightforward. But a lot of times, it's not. So here's the tip for that. Scroll down to the bottom of the problem, of the word problem, and see if you can get what they're really asking. A lot of times, it's right there at the bottom, and you can get a real clean, clear, concise idea what they're trying to ask of you and what you need to do as far as operations go, okay? So that being said, we know that we've got 20% that are yellow. We know that we've got 18% that are red. Our question is, how many are red? Well, we've got all the information here to solve that, but it's not really jumping off the page at us, so to speak, right? Or jumping off the board, right? But we can see that this 20% that are yellow is connected to the 100 yellow that we've picked out. So can we kind of see where we're going? This is the second problem with word problems, is sometimes once you get the numbers, you don't know what operations to perform, right? Well, common sense can sometimes help us out here. So we know we've picked out 100 yellow pieces, right? And we know that that 100 is 20% of something else. And that something else would be the total that's in the big old bag of candy. You can see that we're not working with 100% information yet, right? Think about it. 20% yellow, 18% red, that's only 38%. We're dealing with 62% that's out in space floating around. That's what we're really solving for, right? The 100% that's the candy. It could be 200, it could be 5 billion. I doubt it's 5 billion with a bag of candy, but you never know. So we know that we've picked out 100 yellow. We know that 100 is 20% of another number. So let's just go ahead and divide that. Just divide 100 by 20%. You know we've got to convert that decimal or that percentage to a decimal. So that's going to be what? Right. 100 divided by 0.2, and that's going to give us 500. Okay, well this 500 is our 100%. Okay, well now that we know that, that's real easy to solve, right? Just multiply 18%. What's 18% times 500? Convert the percentage to a decimal. 500 times 0.18 is, 96 pieces o candy, according to Big O Bag o Candy. Well, that's all the time we have for here on Math Madness. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Matt Matherson. We'll see you next time.